Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another weekly update. So we're going to do a quick check-in about my goals because we are at December 21st, I believe. So let's just do a check-in on how the goals are going. As a reminder, here's what my goals are. My goals were to maintain my weight. The month of December can be hard. We don't do a whole lot, but we do have functions at work. We had like 3 functions this year at work before we went on holiday break, and then we have Christmas dinner here with everybody, and before then I'll be baking some cookies, and of course I'm going to try them because cookies are probably my biggest weakness of anything. Cookies, well, no, not of anything. Salty snacks are actually my biggest weakness, but I do love me some Christmas cookies. So that's why my goal is I have not made any Christmas cookies. In the past, I had made them earlier in the month and gave them as gifts to people at work, but then they were just still hanging around. And so I have changed that now. And that's one of the things to maintain my weight. When I make that as a goal, that's one of the things that I have changed about with that. So I do make like food gifts sometimes for my coworkers, but no longer am I making dozens and dozens of cookies and having them around my house all the entire month of December, because we, if you guys don't know, we have 2 weeks off in December for holiday break. So we only work up until around the 15th or so, just depending on how the weeks, fall. So because of that, I would be baking beginning of the month, and then all those cookies would just be around. They'd be either around at work or around here. So this way, they're not, because now what I do is I make the cookies usually 2 days before Christmas Day, and then I send them home with everybody. So I'll have a few on the day that I make them, and then I box them up and I send them home with everybody, and then they are out of the house. Cookies are not like my husband's favorite thing. He likes pies. I personally, not a huge fan of pie. I mean, I'll have a piece of pie occasionally, but I'm not a huge pie fan. He loves pies, so I can have all the pies for him, which makes him happy because I'm not going to eat those. But the cookies, I need to get out of the house. So I will be making them tomorrow. Tomorrow will be the 22nd, and then that way it gives me time to cook them all, and then I'll package them all up and stuff on Christmas Eve, and then everybody's coming over Christmas Day. So they'll be out of sight, out of mind. I'll keep it like one of each kind that I'm making. That'll be my little treat, and then we're done. So that is the plan with that. That's how one of my tricks to maintaining. The other trick to maintaining is to track, which was one of my other goals for the month, was to track. So, and I'm also trying to kind of double track, but not really like being really strong about the double tracking. For me, for sure, just checking my Weight Watchers app. But I am trying to spot track in my Lose It app so I can make sure I'm getting enough protein in for the day. I kind of wanted to pick up a new planner, but then I was like, you know what? I always start great beginning of the year with a planner, and then I just kind of end up not using it. So I decided, I don't know, I'm still kind of on the fence about getting a planner. Because then I just thought I can just like jot down my protein, and then I don't have to like track in both places. So I don't know. We'll see what January brings. Anyway, so tracking was my other one. Drinking my water was another one, which has been fantastic. Like, I have to tell you guys, like, I noticed, so in the past, like, water was just not my favorite thing. And so I would have to put water enhancers in them. And what I did was, I have either a 30-ounce cup or a 40-ounce cup. I kind of transitioned over to my 30-ounce cup because the 40-ounce one was just getting too much to lug around. And it was just not, like, I was not doing very well with the drinking of the water. Well, that's what I thought was causing the problem with the drinking of the water. And so I would put in one of those water enhancers that's supposed to be for a 16-ounce bottle, and I was putting it in my 40-ounce. So that tells you like how diluted it kind of was. But I just found myself not drinking it very much. Well, then we went out to dinner one night. I think it was the weekend after Thanksgiving. No, because we didn't go out to dinner that weekend. So it would have been the next weekend. And they served us ice water, which we never get ice water anymore anytime we go out to dinner, but somebody just happened to bring it. So I was like, great. I drank it. And I was like, wow, this is really good. I mean, it was just a weird, I know it probably sounds so weird, but it did. It felt weird. And I was like, this is so good. I like sucked it down. I'm like, I want some more water, and I didn't even like drink a diet soda, which is what I normally get. I just wanted to drink water. And so then the next day, I had already switched over. I decided I'm going to switch over to my 30-ounce water bottle. Just thought maybe the 40 ounce was just too much to carry around. So I switched over to my 30 ounce water bottle, filled up with ice water. I'm like, I'm not going to add any water enhancer. Let's just see, because this was so good yesterday. I know you guys are laughing at me, but it's weird when you just don't like something and then all of a sudden it's just like, wow, this is really good. So I drank so much water that next day. And again, in my mind, I'm thinking, yeah, see, this 30 ounce water bottle was good. So then the next day I had a bunch of water enhancers that I had already bought. And there was a flavor I hadn't tried yet. And so I put it in there and I was just like, I drank it, but it was just like, didn't find myself drinking as much water that day. So then the next day, I just put plain water in, drank a ton of water. And now, you guys, like, that's all I want is plain water. Like, I don't even need to put lemon or lime. I have some of those True Lemon and True Lime packets, and also True Grapefruit and True Orange. I have a ton of those packets, which sometimes I'll just put that in there. But I have not needed it. Like, it is so good. It is so good. So I've been sucking down the water, and it's just plain water, and it just feels, I don't know, it just feels good that I'm just drinking plain water, not putting those chemicals in there, which you guys know I don't have a problem with chemicals, but I know that this is probably better for my body. So yay. So water's doing fantastic. The tracking is going well. What's not going well is the working out. I'm just not a workout girly, you guys. I am just not, but I know I need to, because when I do it, I feel so much better. And I am feeling so good. My joints and my knees and my everything are feeling so good because I've been so active lately with running around doing things at work. It's just been so busy, and I was having to print out a lot of stuff, so I was running back and forth to the printer. And on those days that I'm so active, I notice a huge difference in my knees. So I know I just need to get off my butt and do it, but it is so hard to make myself do it. So I told myself, okay, well, I'll be off for 2 weeks. I have no excuse. Well, I made tons of excuses this week. So this was the first full week of being actually off work. So, but the thing is, I'm still getting up early because I have to get my husband up. He went back to work after his work injury. He went back to work actually last Friday. So this is his first full week back to work. So I'm up at 5:30 in the morning, getting him up, making his lunch, getting him out the door. No reason why I can't put my butt in that freaking exercise bike and do my workout. Except for I kept saying, oh, I have all these things to do. Christmas is on Monday. I have all these things to do, which if you've been watching my videos, you've been seeing that I have been running around like a fool this whole week getting stuff done. So next week I have zero reason to do anything, to not do it. So Monday, of course, is Christmas, but again, I can get a workout in. And then the rest of the week, I have nothing to do. I have to go grocery shopping one day during the week. Other than that, I am doing nothing. I plan on doing nothing. I plan on just relaxing, putting Christmas stuff away, getting the house back together before I have to go back to work. So I have zero excuses next week. So I'm really going to push myself next week to get the workouts in. And then that way, hopefully, by the time I go back to work, it'll be kind of a habit, and I'm just going to get right out of bed, get into my exercise bike, and start working out and just getting back on. So I know, like I said, I know it makes me feel better. I don't do big strenuous workouts, but I know it just that little bit of activity makes me feel better, makes my body feel better, plus mentally it makes me feel better. So that is the only thing that I really have not been doing, is that. Oh, and then the maintaining weight. So let's talk about that. So this week I was down 1.2 pounds, and that was with all the craziness of running around and everything. So as far as maintaining for the month of December, I'm actually down 5.4 pounds in the month of December. And that's with all those extra activities. Like I did not, I had cookies on the day that we had our, some of our holiday stuff. We went out to lunch. I did not pick anything healthy like I normally do. Normally I get like a taco salad and, with no, rice or beans or anything and all that. But nope, I didn't worry about it because I thought, we're celebrating. This is a holiday party for our department. I have not restricted myself in any of those special occasions, but every other day I just been being very mindful of getting my protein. The protein, I think, is the big thing, you guys. I really believe when we get to be of a certain age, which is what I have read, that women over 40 need to increase their protein. And part of it is because we are slowly starting to lose our like muscle mass and our bone. We get bone loss as well as women get older. And so it's just, you know, getting more protein in, getting the supplements in. You guys know I take supplements, lots of crazy supplements every day. And it's just getting all of that in. And I truly, truly believe that has been a key factor for me, is that protein and getting my supplements in, and just also just keeping like, just really listening to my body when it comes to eating. Like if I don't feel hungry for dinner, I am just having something light. Like there's been days where, you know, my lunches, if you watch my videos, my what I eat in a day videos, you'll notice my lunches are usually between 400 to 500 and something calories. Like I think my lunch yesterday was like 516 calories. So I think because of that, my dinners tend to be lighter and I'm just not eating as much at the end of the day. And like I said, there's been times, depending on what I've had for lunch, that I just am fine with just having a yogurt bowl for dinner. It has a lot of protein in it because I have that Catalina Crunch cereal, which has like 12 grams of protein, 11 or 12 grams of protein, plus a lot of fiber. I have a yogurt in there, which has protein. Sometimes I'll sprinkle in like a little bit of peanut butter powder, which has extra protein. I drink my protein coffee in like, you know, during the day. So I really think that's been key to this, but I'm down 5.4 pounds and I just said I wanted to maintain. Now the old me would look at that like, oh, well, you have yourself a buffer now. Now you can gain 5.4 pounds before the end of the month and you have met your goal of maintaining. But I don't want to do that. I do not want to do that. But I am, like I said, I'm going to have some cookies this weekend. I'm going to enjoy my Christmas dinner, but then we're going to get back on track. We don't have anything else going on the rest of the month. So we will just stay keeping on, and we'll see what happens. I know I'm going to gain a little bit over this weekend because of all the indulgence and everything, and hopefully I can just make sure I get rid of whatever I gain over the weekend, and I can just get rid of it before the very last weigh-in of the year and of the month. But I feel like if I can have such a big loss by the end of the year, it'll really help me kickstart the new year. I am a little bit on the fence on what I'm going to do about New Year goals. I have never been very good with sticking to New Year goals, and so I really think I'm just going to continue on with the month-to-month goals. I just don't do well with them. I don't do well with I usually try to set some sort of budget, personal, family, you know, weight loss, all of those types of goals, and I just don't do good at them. I think I need more short-term goals, and I think the monthly short-term goals are much better for me. So that's what I'm going to stick with. But I'm feeling really great. I feel like I have done really well this month, and like I said, we have one more weigh-in this month, right? Yep, we have one more weigh-in for the month, and then we'll know how it goes. I think the 31st, what does it fall on? I think the 31st falls on a Sunday. Yes, it does, on a Sunday. So I may do one more weigh-in on Sunday just to see what the difference is, but I really kind of want to stick to my Friday weigh-ins. So I think next Friday will just be the last of I'll just call that my end of the month, end of the year weigh-in, and we'll just go with that. But anyway, so I'm excited. Like I said, I lost 1.2 this week, and it just makes me feel good. It just helps me, though, gives me motivation to get through the rest of the month. That's the biggest thing that it does for me. Hope you guys are all doing well. I guess I won't talk to you, at least in a weekly update, until after the holidays. So we'll have lots to talk about next week, how I handled the holidays. I will actually do a weigh-in on Tuesday just to see how I did through the weekend. And then also I'll get on the scale. I probably won't step on the scale before then. I've been kind of just spot checking. I was doing daily weigh-ins, as you guys know, but I've kind of changed it to now it's just kind of spot checking. So I'll do another spot check on Tuesday. And then I'll do, of course, my regular on Friday, and I'll let you know what both of those ended up being like. So hopefully it's not too crazy. Anyway, hope you guys are all doing well. How are your December goals going? How was your week? What are you guys doing for the holidays? I guess I'll see you guys next Friday for another weekly check-in. Bye, guys.